All right. Well, welcome everyone to session number 1 of PASFA. I'm here to introduce Chester. Chester Priest is a senior marketing representative at KIHA, where he has worked for 23 years. Before joining KIHA, he spent 8 years in admissions and financial aid at Union College in Bourbonville, Kentucky. Chester has held positions in both state and regional associations, including serving as CASPA president in 2009 and 2010. He and his wife, Jennifer, who is the financial aid director at Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky, have been married for 13 years. Chester has one son, Tyler, who also lives and works in Lexington. So I'm going to pass this on over to Chester to give us some information on understanding federal student loan repayment plans. Take it away, Chester.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure what the weather is like there, but it's we're having a little rain here right now. So great day to be inside and doing PASFA. Going to get started. We will, let's see, let me share my screen here and we'll just get started from there. Let's see. Sorry, give me just a second. I was going in and doing some things this morning. There we go. Make sure my there we go. All right. This is going to be very informal. Feel free to ask questions at any point. I'll do my best to answer those. If not, we will get those answered in no here. I'm going to start off talking a little bit about the key players. The financial aid office is usually your first place borrower turns to for answers. You have the studentaid.gov. It provides great detail on federal loans. Next there is your servicer, and it's the company that has been selected by the department to bill and collect payments. And below that, you have the NSLDS. They keep up with all of the borrower's federal loan details. And then the bottom one there, the lender, they come into play for any private / alternative student loans. What happens as far as the credit bureaus is every month, the servicer is required to report each borrower's payment history. If a loan was paid on time, if it was late, early, or no payment, that information is provided to all the 4 credit bureaus listed. If a loan is in deferment or forbearance, the servicer does not report to the credit union. It's important for all consumers, not just student loan borrowers, to check the reports at least once a year. The annualcreditreport.com is a free site they can use for that. You want to be careful on some of the sites out there. There's some that say they're free and they are not. They do charge a fee, so just want to be aware of those. And then, of course, the ombudsman. The ombudsman is there to where there are any disputes as far as the federal loan goes. We're going to talk a little bit about payment plans next. And now that we've gotten the players out there.
I brought in and I had to go down to the bottom of the breakout rooms and pick out the section I wanted.
Can we ask everybody to mute themselves, please?
Yeah, I'm going. When I first began to do this, down the box, right out of this, and I found lots.
Stella?
Oh.
Is everybody able to mute themselves, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to before this starts. I mean, it started, but you have your thing?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'll try to we'll go ahead. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll just go over a few of the different repayment plans and discuss a little bit of each of those. Your standard repayment is the default that everyone goes into. You can see there, it sets everything up on a 10-year repayment plan. It's for all of the all loan types, and it's not a good option for the public service loan forgiveness, because if you go with this, you will make 120 payments and there won't be any balance left, and that's one of the guidelines for the PSLF. We have a kind of a sample there. That the sample is a student who has had obviously 25,000, 50,000 loan amount, and they do have a bachelor's degree, and it just gives you a little bit of the of an idea as far as what that would look like. The next is the graduated repayment. The payment generally increases over time. Again, it's set up on a 10-year, all loan types. The thing with the graduated is it starts low and increases every 2 years. It's not a good option for PSLF either, because it is based on 10 years and it would be 120 payments. The one thing with the graduated is it starts off low. You start off pretty much making your interest payments, and then it jumps up. And we do have a sample there of that, and you can see what the difference is. And it's the same, we'll say same student with bachelor's degree, that sort of thing. And you can see what the difference would be there on the graduated plan. Extended repayment. It is, as you can see, you've got to have at least 30,000. It's not to exceed 25. You can do a standard or a graduated repayment plan under the extended. Again, all the loan types are eligible. There's a fixed or graduated payments. And the reason it's not good for PSLF is only the income-driven repayment plans are eligible for that. And there's an example of both the fixed and the graduated. And you can see with the extended that the interest that you pay is quite substantial over time. Now we're getting into the ICR, the income contingent repayment. Again, it's all loan types. It is based on 20% of your discretionary income. You do have to read up for this, and what they take into it is each year it's recalculated, and it's based upon your income, family size, and the total amount of your direct loans. And you can also, if you file a joint tax return, your spouse's income can be figured in as well.
Nancy, shut your door.
Along with this, any outstanding balance will be forgiven after 25 years, but keep in mind that any balance left after that is considered taxable income. And there is just an example of the ICR, how it would work. Next is the income-based repayment. This payment is based on the AGI, family size, and total amount of student loans. 10% of borrowers' discretionary income is set for 20 years. It does not include the parent loans. It does all the other loans. Again, you must update your income and family size every year, even if it hasn't changed. This one's a little different in the fact that, well, it is the same as far as if you file a joint tax return. And then with this one, the remaining balance is forgiven 20 years. And it is a PSLF good option. And there's a little sample of that one as well. How it can go up, as well as hopefully as the family income goes up. And the next is the pay as you earn. It again is based on discretionary income. Difference between adjusted gross and 150% of the poverty line for your family size and state of residence. It is also set for 20 years. Again, all loans except parent loans, and is a good option for the PSLF. And there is an example of that. This is as of December of 2015. It's called the revised pay as you earn. It is pretty much follows the same guidelines: all direct loans, no parent loans. Payment is based upon 10% of the discretionary income, family size. Loan term is set for 20 years for undergraduate loans and for 25 for graduate loans. Again, you must recertify every year, and is a good option for the PSLF. And again, here is a sample of that and how it would look like on a $25,000 and a $50,000 loan debt. So we're going to get into some other areas here. Deferment. Most everyone's probably familiar with a deferment. This postponement of payments. Most deferments are not automatic. Borrower must apply, go to the service for the lender to be considered for that. Primary reasons: in school, unemployed, economic hardship, and military service. I do just want to mention that in the other repayment plans that you are automatically put into standard repayment. And if you want to look at some of the others and consider those, you have to get in contact with your servicer. And that is why it's always important for the borrower to make sure they know who their servicer is and their contact info. And when there's the forbearance, again, they're not automatic. You apply and receive approval from the servicer lender. Some of these can be handled over the phone. Primary reason: financial hardship, poor health residency program, and so forth. Typically, if you call in and talk to folks, we'll put you into a forbearance pretty easily. Let's talk a little bit about another option, loan consolidation. And it combines the multiple federal loans into a single new loan. And of course, the borrower agrees to the terms and conditions. It's one monthly payment. It's normally a lower payment over a longer term, which means they will obviously pay more interest on the loan. There is no grace period. The payments begin immediately. And there is the website, studentaid.gov, as far as the forms and information that you would need. This is just a little bit more details about consolidation. You can be in a grace period or repayment to apply. As you can see, it allows you to merge all federal loans into one loan, but subsidized and unsubsidized will still be separate. Interest rate on the new loan is a weighted average of all the loans being consolidated. And you only have to make one monthly payment on federal loans, and the repayment period is extended. Next slide is a little bit about the alternative or private loans. That is where you would have direct contact with the lender. Again, some do offer deferment forbearance options. Some offer cosigner release options. Some are 24, some are 36, just depends upon the lender. And some do have consolidation options. And the loan balances are not taken into consideration. And what that means is private loans or alternative loans are not taken when the federal student loans, the payment schedule for your student loan goes in. You will still have the alternative loan payment and your federal loans. Now, federal regs do not allow for the federal and alternative loans to be combined into the federal consolidation loan. However, some of the private lenders do offer to allow that to be consolidated into that. Some will include Perkins, some will even include institutional loans to be put into that as well. And then there's the loan forgiveness. And you can see there at the AmeriCorps, Peace Corps, military service, public service employment. Obviously, the other criteria specified by the forgiveness program. And then there's also the employer-sponsored forgiveness. Now, the Federal Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF, just a little background on that. It was created in 2007. Direct loans are eligible only. And must be employed full-time in public service. And we included the web page, the web address for guidelines on that. Interesting reading. Then you also have the loan cancellation. It's the school closes, school does a false certification, total permanent disability, and of course, death. Those are some options there on the cancellation. And then we'll talk a little bit about the default, which we all try to keep students / borrowers out of. Everyone should know a little bit about this. Obviously, 270, 360 days, if no payment or special arrangements have been made, the loan will go into default. It obviously gets reported to the credit bureaus. And here are some ways to deal with that. There is Ed can demand the total amount due on the loan plus an additional default fee. It's usually around 25%, and then collection costs. You can pay the total. You can also maybe negotiate for a lesser amount, but it would all need to be paid within 30 days. And then you can also take those and consolidate into a new loan, or you can rehab the loan. And we're going to talk a little bit about rehabbing a default loan next. You can request this, but you must make 9 consecutive on-time payments within a 10-month period. It's a 15% formula or a standard form, which the borrower is responsible for providing additional income and expense. You can't pay a 9-month lump sum payment. Once 9 monthly payments have been made on time, the loan is considered cured and is no longer in default. some of the consequences of default is obviously your tax return can and will be confiscated. Your wages can be garnished. Of course, your credit will be tarnished there. Lottery winnings, and we all know how we all win lottery all the time. You know, that those winnings can be confiscated as well. You've lost your eligibility for deferments and forbearances. Obviously, no future financial aid, and you can lose certain federal and state jobs. I know when I started working for the state of Kentucky, they had to make sure that I was keeping up with my student loan payments. And this is just some helpful hints. Obviously, borrowers want to keep school and servicer informed about address and name changes, keep all documents, open your mail. As we know, servicers can change. There's been a lot of different things going on actually here recently. Budget. Don't be late on your payments. If for whatever reason you're not going to be able to do that for a little while, call your servicer for help. And, you know, keep up with what your servicer sends you. They're not bad guys. They are actually trying to help you out, help the borrower out. And that's all I have. I hope, let's see here. Let me stop sharing. We can go back here. I hope this was some good info for folks. I know it's kind of a interesting subject. I know there's changes going on, postponements and everything else, but anyway, that's all I got.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And just for all of you guys that are attending, there will be a survey that's going to be coming out. So if you guys could fill that out, that would be greatly appreciated. And you can join your next session, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.